This feels really weird. Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is definitely going to be a bit different, if you couldn't tell by the high pixel start. I'm going to be playing Bed Wars while I talk about why I've been gone, and oh, I fell. As probably all of you know, or at least many of you, I had a baby. I'm talking kind of quietly. So editing this is gonna be fun because she's asleep. But if she wakes up, I'm gonna put her in the harness on me, and I'm gonna record with my baby. It's so weird to be recording and talking to my monitor. I've been doing voice acting auditions because that's the only thing I can really do with her. And she's very active, and she's like always up, which is kind of crazy. But she's 2 months old, and I thought I really need to get back into the swing of YouTube and content creation because I miss it. I love making YouTube videos. I love hanging out and talking. And you guys picked Minecraft Legacy for the first series, which kind of surprised me, by the way, because Warmth and Animals is like my favorite series to record. But you know, that's fine. I'm really excited to do that, and it's easier to do with her because I play with a controller. So, with that being said, let's get into Bed Wars. Don't let the level on the side fool you. I haven't played in forever. I was a 2020 sweat, and I can't fast click anymore. So, I'm probably going to get my ass beat while I talk about this. Where do I start? Okay, well, I had my baby at the end of March, which is why my post... I haven't posted in 2 months. I have a small Warmth and Animals video like halfway recorded, but that was in like early April and I was not very proud of it, so I have to figure out a way to edit that into the next like recording for Warmth and Animals. But so yeah, I had my baby at the end of March. Now labor itself, I definitely had it easy. Obviously, all labor is hard, but, like, I definitely did not go through what a lot of women have gone through with labor. I actually like to say that my labor was fairly easy. Oops. In terms of just pushing and everything else. And she's completely healthy. I have streamed with her, I think, once or twice. I think once. But with that being said, I'll also be getting back into streaming. Now listen. I'm not saying that I'm going to be instantaneously back like I was before, but I do want to get on a schedule. But my schedule might be like every 2 weeks of posting or streaming every 2 weeks, stuff like that. Being a mom is really scary. If I'm being honest with you, I was really scared while I was pregnant. I was really scared when I was pregnant that I just wasn't going to be able to do it. But people say that it kind of just clicks. It does. It might take a little bit for some people, but I am doing it. And I should have gotten sharp. I don't know why I did that. It's 12 gold. Get out of here. No, she just sneezed. But, bruh. Loser. I need to buy Gap. Or I'm just gonna die. That works too, I guess. Dude, fuck off. Are you fucking serious with me? Sorry, I'm gonna get distracted a lot. My train of thought's all fucked up since I had my baby. Being a mom's great. It's definitely challenging. There's a lot of things that I wish I had known before I gave birth. But you learn as you go. Not everyone knows everything. I think that it definitely was as hard as I was worrying it would be. I'm definitely trying to be positive. Postpartum depression and everything like that is no joke. I didn't think it was before I gave birth, obviously. I knew that I was I knew that there was a very high chance that I would have postpartum depression, as I have had depression and anxiety in the past. In fact, I still had it while I was pregnant, so I knew that postpartum would not be very different. But the hormones that surge through you when you are postpartum is kind of insane. Feeling out your gold. I knew that postpartum was going to be rough on me mentally because I already struggle non-postpartum. The good thing with me is that I have a really good support system. I could not imagine going through this without a good support system. For the first few days after giving birth, I really, really struggled. For a good, I think, 2 days, because that's how long they keep you in the hospital for. Like I said, giving birth for me wasn't very traumatic. I mean, I know that your body goes through major trauma when you give birth. So, oh shit. Oh my god, I can't speed bridge anymore. With that being said, I know that my body itself went through a lot, but I don't know. I feel like I had it pretty easy compared to everybody else. Like, some of the stories that I've heard are absolutely horrifying. So I really... Okay, well, that's fucked. Get off the edge, bitch! Where am I trying to go? But because of my postpartum depression, they immediately put me on Zoloft, which is totally fair, and I hadn't been on any medication for my mental health since I was 13, I think. Well, it's helped me a fuck ton. More than I thought it was going to. And speaking of support systems, for the first 3 days after giving birth, my body and my brain, I was so depressed that I could not get out of bed. Like, I physically felt like if I was to get out of bed, it was going to, I don't know, ruin me. I felt like I was gonna go through a panic attack. I was scared to hold her. I was scared to feed her because I didn't want to hurt her. And if I'm being honest, that's something that I didn't think was going to happen, because prior to giving birth, I did do a lot of research on like how to hold a newborn and how to feed a newborn. And I thought when I was going into labor, I was like, well, I've got this because I did all this research. But when you're actually in the moment, all the things that you learned or read about or watched, it all kind of just goes out the door. I really expected to be somebody who knew a lot. And somebody who wasn't scared to do anything. But like I said, the first 2 days, I genuinely was horrified. Like, I didn't want, or I didn't feel like I could get up. Like, I could be a mom. And that's where my fiance comes in. Mercury, as you guys know him as, took care of her while I struggled to get up, and he helped me go to the bathroom, he brushed my hair, he fed her, he changed her, and I've told him so many times that I am forever grateful for everything that he did for the first few weeks for me postpartum. Because for the first 2 days, he did everything, but... first 2 days, he did everything. But you kind of have to get up and get over yourself, especially being a parent. Which I'd never recommend thinking about it that way. That sucks. Because if you think about it that way, you're gonna really mess yourself up. But kind of what you have to do. You just kind of have to go, all right, well, I don't have a choice. I have to get up. I have to be this person. I have to be a parent. I have to love my kid, which I didn't have trouble doing, obviously. Kind of just love your kid. I know that some mothers struggle to connect after birth because of postpartum depression. I don't know why I did that. That was really stupid. I don't know. It was just really hard, especially the first few weeks, because you're not only adjusting to caring for this vulnerable, precious, tiny little human, but you're also learning how to grow as a couple. Which I know before I gave birth, I knew that me and Mercury would be fine, like, romantically. But there's definitely things that I struggle with coping with, one of which is not getting enough physical contact. And I don't mean intimacy. I mean, like, cuddling and sleeping at the same time and all that. Luckily, she very quickly gained her birth weight back, so she was able to sleep through the night fairly quick. Like, she left the hospital at 6 pounds 7 ounces, and then she was sorry, she was born at 6 pounds 7 ounces, and then she left the hospital at 6 pounds 6 ounces, and by her 6 week, I think, or 1 month, or 2 week, I think it is, sorry, she was 8 pounds. I think I'm wrong about that. It's in a little, I have it in her diaper bag, but she gained her birth weight back almost instantly. Which made me and Mercury feel really good about ourselves. And her sleeping not through the night, she definitely still got up and was hungry and everything. But our doctor said that we can start letting her sleep for extended periods of time. And with that being said, she started sleeping maybe like 4 to 5 hours a night. And that really helped him and I get some cuddle time in, which was really nice. Him and I were long distance for a big part of our relationship. So physical contact is something that we both find really big importance in. It's something that we know we both need. So not being able to have that for like 5 weeks, it was really hard. Everyone would know. Don't try and fireball me. Oh, I hate people with fireballs so much. You have to really know that you and your partner can go through really hard times before you have a kid. If me and him weren't long distance and we hadn't gone through so much together, I don't know how our relationship would have turned out, because it is hard. Not knowing if you guys will be able to cuddle tonight, or what a fucking bitch, if you'll have time to watch a movie tonight. Okay. Those things are really hard. And I think that is the hardest part postpartum for me. It's not taking care of a child. It's not... Okay. Did you miss? That was funny. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Taking care of a child is very, very hard. But you kind of learn after the first 2 weeks how to get into the groove. Like, you know, okay, this cue means she's hungry, or this cue means this. Like, you learn those things as time goes. But it takes a lot longer, at least for me personally, to cope with the fact that I don't constantly get my fiance, if that makes sense. And I don't mean it in a way of like, oh, she's taking him. It's more of like, she needs so many emotional resources that it's very hard to connect emotionally to one another. And that's one thing too, is like, we really work hard to have healthy communication. But when you have a baby, it can be very hard to not let your extreme tiredness cause arguments, or I don't know. It's hard, is what I'm saying. There's things that I didn't really think about while I was pregnant, and that now kind of eat at me. I mean, I know that we've definitely worked a lot towards becoming healthy, and especially with this time, we have gotten so good at communication. The first few weeks was definitely a little bit hard. And it's definitely hard now, or it has been the last like week or two, because she's going through a stage where she's waking up to the world. So she's seeing brighter. She can see closer to her. She can smell more, you know? So her sleep has gotten a bit rough. She doesn't sleep 4 to 5 hours a night anymore. At most, she'll sleep 3. And even that, 3 is not a lot of sleep. Hell yeah, I won. Okay. 3 hours is not a lot of sleep. And because him and I have realized we're not getting very much us time, we have started staying up a little bit later into the night to play games. Which, you find the time that you can find, honestly. And it's definitely helped us. But yeah, she's not sleeping the 4 to 5 hour spans anymore. And we're working on trying to figure out how we can get her down and have her sleep a lot longer. Which is hard. Because when you put her in her bassinet, she kind of just starts crying, and then you have to pick her up and console her. And then you put her back down and she cries, and you pick her up and you console her. Because they don't self-soothe until 6 months, I believe it is. So I don't ever want her to feel like I'm just not there, I'm abandoning her. So that's pretty much what's happening like right now. Working a lot on trying to get her to go to sleep in her bassinet, and like not co-sleep, like not contact nap, which is really hard because she loves being on me. She loves cuddling. She loves me, I guess. That's the way to put it. And I would contact sleep all day if I could. Like, I'd knock out, but it's not safe. And she needs to be independent where she can, especially now, because him and I need sleep time together. It's not just, I don't know. It's hard, is what I'm saying. And missing doing content while having a kid is very difficult. The guilt that, so the first stream that I did, she was in her bassinet, and the guilt that ate at me because she was in her bassinet and not with me, it was really hard. I felt like I was failing. I felt like I was neglecting her, which I know that I wasn't. She was fed, she was changed, she wasn't crying, she was calm. And that was hard to cope with for the first little bit. Especially when I grew up with parents that probably weren't the best. And by probably, I mean definitely were not the best. Where the fuck did he go? What the hell? Am I tweaking? Did he just leave? No, he's alive. What the hell was that? Sorry, that was really fucking weird. I don't know why that caught me so off guard. I didn't know what happened. I don't even remember what I was talking about. This is what I mean by mom brain. Oh, the bassinet and her sleeping in it, or laying in it while I was doing stuff. Yeah, that was really hard. I'm not sure why. I really struggled with not feeling like I was doing something wrong by taking that time to myself. And I do get time to game by myself when Mercury is home, because he'll take the baby, obviously, and he'll let me play some games. Or when she's asleep, I'll play games, or I'll try and put on the harness. But even that's difficult. I mean, she doesn't really like the fabric harness that we have, which is kind of... It can be frustrating when I want to... I don't know. Alright, I guess I'll go up to this guy. The hell? Just me and that guy. I didn't know that he was the last. I thought that he had a bed. I wouldn't have went after him if I knew that he didn't have a bed. And this guy was weird. He was collecting fucking diamonds the whole game. Anyway, it was hard. It is hard to feel like I'm not, like, being a bad mom by gaming or taking the time to do stuff for myself. Especially, like, when she's awake. I have a little chair next to me that she sits in sometimes. And she doesn't mind sitting in it. She kind of loves it, actually. And the thing is, too, I'm an anxious person. So I'm definitely the moms that, check if she's breathing. I kind of feel like I'm gonna pass out right now. He doesn't have anything on his bed. He's about to put Obby on his bed, isn't he? Like a weirdo. No, okay. Oh, bro, you're gapping? You're weird. Gap for what? Gap for what? You fucking... I hate people with fucking fireballs. Okay, something's wrong with my body right now. I might need to call my fiance. That little snippet that you just saw, I ended up going to the hospital. Yeah, they said it was my migraine that caused, me almost passing out and the numbness in my hand. But the final thing that I have to say is, if you're a mom or you're becoming a mom, you are doing amazing. And it's scary, and it's hard. And nobody teaches you what to do when you have your baby. I mean, there's baby classes, but it never really prepares you fully for having a kid. My advice is stay strong. If you need to, put your baby down for 10 minutes and walk away. It's okay to take that breather. You're doing amazing. And to those of you who have stuck by me, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you've done for me. Have you stayed near me while I was going through this hard time? And to those who still watch my content, even after 2 months of not posting, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making my dream come true. So it goes without saying, I love you guys. This is Fallen, and I hope you did enjoy this new video. Make sure to like and subscribe and join the Discord in the description. I can't wait to see you next time I upload. Bye!